Glad you're watching Newsfeed this 25th day of January 2023. I trust you're doing well. My name is Flora Limuki. Let's kick off this live broadcast. Tributes continue to flow as leaders across the political divide continue to mourn former Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha, former CS Raphael Tuju, and lawyer Professor PLO Lumumba have visited the late Professor Magoha's family and condoled with the family. Our reporter Paul Kirobi is at Magoha's home in Lavington area and now joins us live. Good afternoon, Kirobi. Bring us up to speed with the latest happening in that area.
All right, a very good afternoon to you, Flora Limuki. Just like you've mentioned, we are coming live to you just outside the house of the former Cabinet Secretary for Education, George Magoha. And at the moment, shortly, we've seen the former CS, Raphael Tuju, and of course, the director of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, making his way inside. And of course, he has just briefed the media. And of course, we've also seen Professor and lawyer PLO Lumumba making his way in just to go and condole with the family of the former Cabinet Secretary for Education, George Magoha. And of course, and as we speak, of course, we're expecting a number of leaders who are yet to come. Of course, it is quite a somber mood here. It has engulfed the family's mourning professor who will be remembered years to come for making reforms in the education sector. And let us hear what the former Cabinet Secretary Raphael Tuju had to say earlier on.
Our brother, Professor George Magoha, is just a reminder to all of us that we are mere mortals. As a family, as friends, as colleagues, we are devastated. I was in this house on Monday afternoon when we were discussing with him about the funeral arrangements for Professor Nabera, who is his brother. And to that extent, we agreed on virtually everything as far as the program is concerned on Saturday. And I didn't know that the next time I come to this house, I'll be coming following his passing on. I can say is that we are reminded that we are all mere mortals. We should pray for the family at a very difficult time. And that's all I have to say at this time.
And
thank you.
On Monday when you saw him, what was his health like? What was your
he was fine. He told me he was exhausted, but that's because he's been up and down between here and there. We're organizing for the funeral of his brother, whose body just arrived in the country. And he was in high spirits. We talked. There was no indication whatsoever that he had any health threat.
When did you speak to him on the day that he passed on?
No. I was with him on Monday, the day he passed on. By the time I was called, he had passed on. Yes.
Can you tell us what are the funeral arrangements? Maybe they'll postpone the brothers for what's the plan so far?
Yes. No, the brothers' funeral will continue on Saturday. And then there will be announcements.
Of course, just like you've heard, that is the director of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, Raphael Tuju, who had just addressed the media shortly pertaining the well-being of the former Cabinet Secretary for Education, George Magoha. And of course, another information that we've received, on Monday he was conducting lectures at the Maseno University, and he had not shown any signs of weakness. But of course, as we continue to camp here outside the house of George Magoha, we shall continue to gather more information and update our viewers on what will be happening later on. But of course, like I had mentioned before, we expect more leaders to make their way in, including the ODM boss Raila Odinga and other leaders from across the political divide, and of course we shall give you more updates on the same. Back to you, Flora Limuki in studio.
Well, Paul Kirobi, thank you for that update, and of course may his soul rest in peace. Moving on, NAT officials have called on Education CS Ezekiel Mashogu to emulate the late Professor George Magoha's track record in the education sector. Speaking at Silverstream Academy in Embu County, NAC Secretary General Josephat Kadhumi said cases of exam malpractice significantly reduced during Magoha's tenure, further raising concern over the controversial results posted in the just-released 2022 KCSE results. Kadhumi further urged relevant authorities to probe the matter.
Mtihani Magoha alikuwa ameweza hapo na ni yeye pia alileta mambo ya containers na ikaonekana ya kwamba watoto walipewa haki yao. Yes, kumekuwa na complaint wakati huu ya kwamba kuna shule zimeshaini kama hasa upande wa Kisii na pande zingine mashule ya kushaini. Kuna question mark, kwani mashule ya Kisii kwani walikuwa nafundisha syllabus tofauti? Na ukiona ya kwamba kuna mashule ambayo imechipuka tu na nyingi sana katika Kisii. Hiyo vile ningetaka kuambia Bwana Mashogu ni kwamba hakikisha kwamba watoto wote anawa treat the same. Katika mitihani marking of examination, kule walimu wanaenda kumakia mitihani. Wacha Mashogu aangalie hiyo mambo. Tusionekane kama wakati walimu waligoma wakati walikuwa na maki mtihani. Hiyo mambo ishuruhishwe ili tupate kuona ya kwamba wale wanashaisha mitihani ni wale ambao wanajua kushaisha mitihani. Otherwise tukienda hivi wale ambao ni expert wa kushaisha watakosa kwenda katika marking ya mitihani.
Pastor Dorcas Rigathi on Tuesday made a full-day visit of the National Youth Service NYS facilities in pursuit of a partnership with the government institution in implementing her agenda for Kenyans. She has challenged Kenyans of goodwill to take part in the fight against drug abuse in the country, terming it one of the biggest challenges facing youth in the country. NYS Council Chairman retired General Njuki Mwaniki pledged to support the initiative, saying it will not only help in curbing unemployment, but also ensure a responsible society.
This animal of drug addiction and the youth that is lost, it will require both the clergy and it will also require the medics and every person of goodwill. And I can tell you the government of the Republic of Kenya is willing. We know as a nation, youths are the greatest potential, the drivers of our economy. And if we leave them out, we are likely to remain stagnated where we are. You can see the economy of Kenya the way it is. It's because the participation, the innovation of youth, the creativity of youth has been left out. And therefore, I'm going to call upon you that as we are pulling together and bringing youth to where they are supposed to be, that you will help me to do it.
And more tributes for the late former Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha continue to stream in from far and wide. Bungoma Governor Kenneth Lusaka led county teachers and parents in paying their tribute to the late professor, whom they referred to as great pillar of education. Lusaka, who said he shared a flight with Magoha last week, attributed Bungoma school infrastructure to Magoha during his last 3 visits to the school.
Of Kenya, Professor Magoha had provided a
Nakumbuka kwamba wiki jana nikitoka Nairobi tulisafiri na yeye kwa ndege, sikujua kwamba hiyo itakuwa safari yake ya mwisho mimi na yeye kukutana, na alikuwa anaenda nyumbani. Nafikiria pia ndio imekuwa safari yake ya mwisho kwenda nyumbani akiwa hai. Kwa hivyo mimi ninamkumbuka sana, pia hata nikiwa speaker ni mtu ambaye hata alikuwa akiitwa kwenye bunge alikuwa anakuja na alikuwa anaelewa sana masuala ambayo alikuwa anaulizwa. Kwa hivyo tutamkosa, lakini ile tunaweza kumfanyia ni kufanya elimu iwe bora katika Kenya hii, ndipo tutakuwa tunamkumbuka kila wakati.
We have 3 classrooms in this school. One of them is this one we are looking at, and there are two the other side, courtesy of Professor Magoha, through infrastructure of the Ministry of Education.
Professor Magoha was an icon. He was second to none to all the students, pupils of Kenya. Professor Magoha had provided a level ground that each pupil could play and score well.
And as Bungoma DB family, we say that we are really going to miss him because he's the one who built classes for us and even visited our school more than thrice.
More than 700 members of Barina Squatters Self-Help Group land project in Rongai, Nakuru County have called on Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki to overhaul the security and administration command in Menengai West to bring sanity in the area. Chichi Josephine now tells us more.
Speaking in Nakuru, members questioned Rongai Sub-County Police Commander Wilberforce Sacharani why he declined to enforce a court order issued by Nakuru Chief Magistrate Lilian Arika on 19th January 2023, directing that members be provided with security for them to move to the camp. The angry members protested the move, saying Wilberforce had no powers to hold consultations on the matter, while the court had given clear instructions on the same.
Tukienda kwa koti kutoka 04 tumeshida kesi. Hatugerete hiyo order ikiwa haina jina ya hapa Menengai sub county. Sasa tukalete leo ndio tuigizwe kwa saba. Akakuja akasema OSPD ate iko kitu inatakiwa ate iko group ingine inatakiwa tufanye nini wasikizwe. Hapa si koti ate tukuje tusikizwe hapa, tukakataa.
Court ilitoa court order of 19th 2023 authorizing the OCPT and the SES to take us to our Shamba Barina farm. So we are requesting honestly our brave president Dr. Ruto aingie ndani kutumia Kithure arafu tuende kwa shamba.
A local administrator has been accused of illegally acquiring a parcel of land within Barina farm where he has since built a home.
Iko watu wameshikana na administration kwa sababu kama sub-chief amejenga nyumba ya kifahari na ni shamba yetu yanauza. Amejenga nyumba kubwa sana na amejigawia shamba ile anataka.
Chifu naye atumie haki, awacha mambo ya ongo. Afukuza hawa watu
na wakora kwa shamba. Chifu wako ndani, sub-chief wako ndani, mpaka maaskari wote wakubwa wako ndani.
Besides the court ruling, the National Land Commission has handled the dispute and issued directions similar to those issued by the court.
Baka wakati wa Swanzuri, chairman wa Land Commission alinipa barua na hakuna mtu anatakiwa awe interfered na hiyo shamba.
They have, however, vowed to pursue justice until all members settle in the farm.
Sasa tuende nyumbani aturudi, tupewe mahema, tuende tukae kwa shamba yetu, tunaenda aturudi, hata tukikufa tukufe. Hawezi kufa leo na kesho ukufe.
Chichi Josephine, TV47.
Oh, thank you, Chichi Josephine, for that. Moving on, Elgeyo Marakwet County Executive Committee member in charge of education, Edwin Kibor, has expressed fears that a huge number of children might fail to report to their respective schools following the recent banditry attacks in the area. Kibor is now calling on the national government to put in place measures that will put an end to the incessant banditry attacks in the area. This comes just days after 3 people were shot dead by bandits in the Tot location on Monday, with the bandits making away with hundreds of livestock.
Tunangoja sana tuone William Bill alisema, wa president Bill alisema tunataka watachua hawajui. Raia wanaongoja sana. Wanatuangamiza hapa kwetu, wanaua watoto, wameua watoto, wamechukua kila kitu, wanaua watoto, wanachukua ng'ombe. Hatuna cha kusema. Tunaomba tu rais wetu aweze kabisa kutimiza yale alituambia. Tulipigia hii serikali ya UDA kura tukitarajia kuwa by January hatuna mambo ya usalama tena ponde hii la Kerio. Tumechoka rais, angalia kabisa, na wamesema tu hii mambo ndio ishe ni serikali.
Parents in West Pokot County have been urged to take their children to school or else face the wrath of the law. According to the Pokot West Police Commander Peter Katam, schools should resume their normal programming. This even as tension continues to grow rife in the area following the recent cases of insecurity. Katama has further urged the residents to partner with the chiefs and security officers to report bandits in the area.
Tunataka kusihi wengi wajitolee, waje mbele, washirikiana na machief, washirikiana na officers on the ground kusudi tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba kuna usalama katika area hiyo. Vile vile nataka kuhakikisha wazazi ambao wanaishi katika hizo area ambazo kulikuwa na shida ya usalama ya kwamba security iko imara, mashule zifunguliwe, wanafunzi waendelee na masomo kwa sababu tumepost officers kuhakikisha kwamba every school is well secured na hakuna shule ambaye itaweza kuvamiwa na wakora, na kama wakijaribu basi watakutana na mkono wa serikali.
The proposal to hive a Teso from Busia County and the creation of a new county called Teso continues to elicit mixed reaction among leaders and residents. According to Teso South MP Mary Emase, the leaders from the Teso community will mobilize other leaders from the county to ensure the county is created. However, Busia County boss Paul Otoma has criticized the move, saying it will divide the communities, further noting that there must be public participation. Meanwhile, the leaders from the Teso community have resolved to bury their political hatchet to ensure meaningful development in the area.
Assure His Excellency the President Dr. William Samoei Ruto that his visit to Teso South is welcome. We are looking forward to host him. To Teso region. And we promise to work with his government in promoting the development of the Teso community. We also have resolved to support the creation of Teso County and lobby all leaders from Teso, from Busia and nationally.
Ojamonga amekuwa leader kwa hii county 10 years, hatukusikia kwa hii vitu ya kugawanya Busia. Hatujawahi sikia, Otoma hata hajamaliza miezi 2, tunaanza vitina ya kugawanya watu. Even if we need counties, let it be done properly. So hii watu wanaanza kupenda hii vitu in a way that is tribal, it is chauvinistic, is not acceptable.
Following President William Ruto's directive on planting 15 billion trees across the country, members of Pines Charity Initiative in Nyeri County have commenced a tree planting exercise in a bid to fight climate change. Speaking after a tree planting exercise in Gangarithi Primary, the Pines Charity Initiative Chairman Bakari Njeru said they are planning to involve primary school pupils in the exercise to increase the country's forest cover to at least 1 million by the end of this year.
Hii group tulianza last year mwezi wa 6 na tukaanza na kupanda miti. Sasa hii tumepanda miti 4,600 na leo tunatarajia kupanda miti 900 hapa Gangarithi Primary na shule zingine ziko huko town. Na wakati tulianza hii mambo ya environment, juu sisi ndio the Army Green kulingana na presidential directive ya Dr. William Ruto, His Excellency, venye alianzisha hii mambo ya environment.
Ni siku ya maana, manake leo tumekuja kuwafunza mambo ya kulinda mazingira, mambo ya kuhifadhi mazingira yetu. Juu tunapata challenge ya mvua inakosa, kunakuwa na ukame, kunakuwa hata na air pollution. Mambo ya air pollution inakuwa na mambo ya air pollution. Hatuwezi kuhifadhi ile mazingira vizuri tukiwa hatuna hii miti. Hii miti inasaidia mambo ya kusafisha hewa inakuwa sawa. mvua inapatikana, na pia hata ile kivuli, mtoto akikaa pale kwa kivuli atakuwa amerelax vizuri.
Residents of Thika Town, Kiambu County can now breathe a sigh of relief after the government commenced construction of a new lane at the exit of Babayao Road near River Chania in a bid to end perennial traffic snarl-up. Speaking at the construction site, the motorists led by Caroline Njeri and Stephen Mwangi urged the government to consider opening up other roads within the town to further enhance the movement of goods and services for improved business. Currently, motorists have been relying on Gatitu to exit the busy town, but heavy traffic, they say, has seen them waste time, consume more fuel, and incur losses in the business.
Waweke njia hapo kusudi usio watu wote ati wanapitia hii main road na magari ni mengi. Ile unajua ile Garissa highway, si unajua unabeba magari mengi sana, na watu residents wa Thika pia town. Inakuwa sasa wote wanasongamana mahali pamoja. Kama wangefanya upanuzi wa kuongeza njia, ingekuwa ni rahisi sana. Kama umetoka upande wa Garissa, si lazima ukuje mpaka Thika huku. Unaingilia kama ni kule Makongo, unapenya, unatokea mahali kama Itaithi. Na pia inaweza hata kupanua hizo sehemu.
Mimi nimefurahishwa na hii mradi ya kupanua hii barabara, ndio kuweza kupunguza traffic jam town, especially during sasa wakati shule zinafunguliwa, wakati kuna occasions. Basically tuko happy, if inaweza malizika haraka the better, ndio watu waweze kukua na njia mzuri ya kusafiri.
Hii barabara ikishapanuliwa, tutajua jamu itaisha, na tutajua tutakuwa tukienda, mwenendo wetu itakuwa nzuri. Manake saa zile tukiwa hii barabara ikiwa venye iko, tunakuwa na shida, manake hatuendagi kufanya kazi kwa haraka, manake ya hilo jam. Pengine hata gari zinakunywa mafuta.
Machakos University staff have donned their tools and picketed around the university premises, demanding several issues be resolved before they resume work at the university. The Dons have accused the university Vice-Chancellor Lucy Ndungu of failing to provide amicable solution to their problems. Addressing the press, the union led by Kenya University Staff Union Secretary Sylvanus Mukai accused the university management of failing to honor promotion for their members, citing for the last 10 years, members of the union haven't received any promotion. In a letter addressed to the university, the union cited delayed and denied promotions and local CBA in contravention of the Employment Act 2007.
Appointing members to be substantive officials so that they can handle our issues to logical conclusion. The other issue which is cutting across is CBA 2017-2021, and that is a protracted CBA. And you know, time, money serves you with the time.
That we've tried our level best. We've negotiated, we've met the management. There isn't anything